Maryland has several ballot initiatives on the November ballot. And each week up until Election Day, we will examine one of the questions, and I'll take them in order of what I consider importance. And Maricé, the most significant question on the ballot is question 4, that adds not just the right, but a constitutional right for legalized use of marijuana by adults over 21. Is this a good idea?
I think yes, and not just in Maryland, but the American public agrees with this. We know 18 states and the District of Columbia have recreational marijuana laws on their books. So Maryland is actually lagging behind Virginia even. And I was in the legislature when we passed the decriminalization of marijuana, and it was always kind of, the progressive groups still coming back and saying, overwhelmingly Marylanders support recreational marijuana. And I'm just excited that we're finally here. I'm a little concerned that most Maryland voters and what we call super voters aren't even aware that this is on the ballot. So I do believe that as we get closer to the November general election, that people will get more attuned, and aware of this ballot question.
Laurie, Alex Berenson, when he was with the New York Times, wrote a remarkable book about the dangers of marijuana use and how there are not only health dangers from addiction, but also societal dangers like driving under the influence. Is this a good idea to make this a constitutional right?
I think when you look at the real reason that our state is trying to have this referendum, it's for revenue. It's not because they think this will be better for Marylanders. If you look at what they did, it's a smoke and mirrors way to get more revenue. The same thing they did with the gambling referendum. It's got 500 chemicals in it, and it's 3 times more dangerous or more potent with the THC levels than it was 25 years ago. There's no evidence of the long-term effects yet of this. Children will definitely have easier access when it's legal. Is this right for Maryland? I think that we really need to step back and look at the real reason. It's for revenue, and can we do things better for Marylanders than just try to add something that's going to possibly increase our achievement gap for education and make everyone just more lackadaisical about life. When you take the more pot you take, evidence shows you don't care as much about your life, and your relationships suffer, and I mean, it doesn't look good overall if you take marijuana regularly. So do we want to encourage that in our state? I don't think that's the right answer.
Well, Maricé, I've always been a little, confused by the fact that there is so much anti-smoking, tobacco smoking fervor. We want to not only ban cigarettes, we want to ban vaping as well. But when it comes to marijuana use, people ignore, or proponents ignore, the dangers. Why is that?
That's an excellent question, Casey. And really, this is about selling it and regulating it, right? So as long as you still create an opportunity for the Black market, then these products, because let's be honest, the public, they have access to it, they're exposed to it, through dispensaries right now. So why not, be at the forefront of promoting a safe way to be able to consume. Now, look, any substance abuse issue, we can argue this to death. Alcohol is bad for you, smoking is bad for you. But at this point in time, the American public has spoken. The majority of Marylanders believe that recreational marijuana, is the way to go, and we should regulate it, tax it, and at the end of the day, people will act within their best interest, right? If you look, maybe abuse, like just with any other substance, but that's just, it's part of life, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's illegal in China. It's illegal in Russia. Our enemies aren't going to be getting high on pot as much as Americans will. And what's that going to do for our country's security and safety? I think that
we also know that the advanced European nations also, Holland comes to mind.
Well, we've only got 30 seconds left. And I'm going to steal it for myself. I'm against this. I'm against it because I don't think it should be a constitutional right in our Constitution, because I think it's very difficult to amend the Maryland Constitution. And number 2, I am opposed to the legalization of marijuana for even recreational use. I think it's a bad idea. The negative consequences that are from health and from safety are too important to ignore. And I hope the Maryland Electric will reject it. When we come back from this short break, we're going to focus on the governor's race and the county's car-free day. What a wonderful idea. Stay tuned.